We begin with entering a square that used to be a rectangle. You push your body into it, cutting through the liquid. It is warm, a warm square that now surrounds you. There are others inside who you don't know. You are not bothered by this. You are anonymous, alone but with others. Going up and going down the side of the square. In a line, a lap. The others and yourself create ripples and movements, and you all have glistening skin. You feel weightless, timeless, limitless, looking up at the ceiling, moving in a line. Be within this translucent inorganic liquid. Here we float, inside of the square. The bodies around you are of different builds and of varying skin tones. Covered bodies, revealed bodies, exposed bodies, pot bellies, squat bodies, elongated muscular bodies. Ripped bodies, large bodies, soft bodies, bony bodies, rotating around. Those with hidden cleavage, those with nipples on show, going up and going back on themselves. Belly buttons, freckles and moles, naked bodies, those with implants, bodies wrapped in towels, old bodies, young bodies, and they see each other. They move at a different pace, passing one another, creating syncopated rhythms, figure-hugging, loose, respectful, modest, religious. Some have excess gold chainmail, watches, rings, bands. People with inked bodies. Their spoken languages disappear into the liquid. There are drains, accompanied by the smell of chlorine. There is light falling in golden strands. The floor is visible through the liquid, displaying a movable image. Try to think about how much liquid is in this mass. What is its volume? Why is it always moving? The bodies flow, pushing it around. Meditating, pushing forwards and going back on themselves. Try to visualize how many people are currently inside. We are all wet. There is bad art on the walls of things relating to water, of a whale, of a seahorse, and of a boy, along with an out-of-place image of a spider in a frame. Spider in the mirror, hay fever. The dog lead, the lead in the hand, the dog connected to the lead, the tiles they stand on, a sense of perspective, greying hair, frizzy hair, no hair, flip-flops on the tiles with toes that have a lot of hair, cylinders, one broken wrist, garden furniture inside, tiles that resemble bricks, a piece of clothing hangs out of the machine, warmth coming off the machine, boredom, something to do, nothing to do, but I've got to do my daily ritual, a laminated no smoking sign, a kettle, cups of half-drunken tea with scum forming on the tops, rings on the table, puddles of particle-laden liquid left after it evaporates, residue, a radio on the table with lilies, white lilies that are being inspected by the woman with the dog, lines and circles, bodies and heads, crisscross pockets, slots of numbers, spider in the mirror, hay fever. It's raining outside, and the dog is damp. The dog is starting to understand how humans talk. And it's trying to work out how did they break their wrists, how, punched the wall with fury last Friday, pow, through layers of plasterboard, cheap-ass walls with little installation. There is a sign on the wall that talks about Prozac and cleaning, strange. In the room next door, someone is masturbating in the middle of the day. The person with the broken wrist is unemployed at the moment, and the last time in the job centre they were told that they might be unemployable. They remember thinking about how increasingly difficult they make it to claim benefits and how the interior of a job centre makes you feel instantly depressed. I heard they call a pub the job centre. That is the most depressing idea. People with a job can go and drink Prosecco at the job centre. Gross. But back to the woman and the dog. She is a widow with a pacemaker and a dog. The guy that looks a bit shifty back left, standing at the dryer, is a drag queen Thursday to Sunday, but for the rest of the week hides in the anonymity of a regular guy. He gets shy when he has to wash his wardrobe, ignoring the hand wash only label of his sequin dress. The beat up radio is playing a station called Gold. Each song is sandwiched with an advert. The person with the broken wrist is the only one that wears a watch, although they, out of all three, are the one that has the most free time. There is lint and hair in the crevices of the tiles, dropped ochre-coloured flakes of pollen on the table around the flowers that claim when brought to last for 7 days along with the opening hours. Certain visitors have the same usage pattern of the space, the same circadian rhythms. There is a scent of perfume which smells like Old Spice. Who's driving the bus? Who's flying the aeroplane? What did they eat for breakfast? What shoe size are they? What emotional heartbreak have they suffered? Have they experienced the loss? Do they think about this death every day? When did they last get pins and needles, have a blood test, come next to another, watch the sunset, wash their glossy hair, have a nosebleed, fulfill a dream? You've got no idea about me. No idea. Crow's feet around your eyes. I need to see your ID. You enter to cheap aftershave mixed in with cigarette smoke clothes. An audaciously cab bartender tells you to queue up, fix up, stand up, wake up, and what do you want tonight? Bodies under coloured light. You witness an angry keyboardist and a drummer gluing it together, and a woman hitting her guitar with a drumstick with an arch of pedals at her feet. When and where are we all body? When and where are we all body? What are our daily rituals? And where do they take place? What quantifies one? A ritual, I mean. A repetition, a reoccurrence, a tick, a thread, a commitment, a language, a practice. A repetition, a reoccurrence, a tick, a thread, a commitment, a language, a practice. When and where are we all body? Everyone has idiosyncrasies, coping mechanisms to the world. And what about practical desires and our needs? In sex, in the supermarket, in the laundrette. Blood is thicker than water, but we are always searching for the nearest bar. What does it mean to wash our clothes next to another, to share physical space in a hammam, in a pool or a pool hall? When swimming, sweating next to another's body, floating near others where we experience a communal wetness? Or is it perhaps a state of mind? Or collective anger even? Or in dormant languages that coexist and can be stored inside of a body? The exercising of a collective state of mind? Maybe even in learning, absorbing in the same frame of time? Or is it in belief? In a mosque or in a church? A choir that sings together? A group that prays for the same thing? A collective imagined space? Maybe even a fine art stadium? In between bodies? And what about communal banality, like standing in the post office or sitting under the tree when there are other people sitting under other trees? Is it a matter of releasing chemicals? Endorphins? Dancing in a club? When animalistic tendencies seep out of our bodies as they move collectively to a beat? Or the opposite perhaps? A reoccurring, shared, haunted, mental or physical space? Collective trauma even? Are we connected yet alone? Through experience and through our own individuality? What does it mean to be solitary? Can you think of some spaces where you consider yourself to be all body and place them from your imagination into this room? But honestly, what does it mean to be alone? Truly alone? What constitutes aloneness? Not speak to anyone for a day, a week, a month, a year? How is this affected with age and with a state of mental health? Some people deliberately push others away. Are we with another if we have a dog? A god? A companion? Is a daily coexistence important? We die alone. A mindless society pushes us to search for one mate and brands us incomplete without. Polyamory is disencouraged and frowned upon. Questions around jealousy. Are we expected to become more alone over time? People are edited in and out of our lives, our urban tribes. Sprawling agricultural realities expand and decrease in numbers, positions and alignment to politics. Deserted villages and overpopulated epicenters. Who would you say truly knows you? And what to you defines a singular entity and plurality? What to you can be defined as an exchange? One thing that can be received by another? A transference of energy from A to B. Lightly we talk to ourselves, but now I'm talking to you. And I really want to collectively think about what it means to be alone and what it means to be together. A we, and within this we, who are they? Collectively we breathe inclusion and exclusion. What does it mean to bear witness and be witnessed by another? Our collective memory is taking shape. You can now leave the square.